Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. A look at the starting group for the Magic. The backcourt pair for them, Fultz and Suggs. Banchero and Carter make up the inside pair. And it's Isaac in at the small forward position. And for Brooklyn, Simmons is out there with Thomas. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. Tip-off goes to Brooklyn. Well, Clark, we might see a slower pace in tonight's game, maybe even lower scoring. Two teams here that really like to set things up.
Could not agree with you more. These teams are comfortable maxing out the shot clock. They like an older, slower style of play, but they can be effective doing that. It's much different than what we're accustomed to with how fast teams play in today's game.
And here are the Nets, defeated by the Wizards in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And look at what they did in the fourth quarter. Just totally out of sync and lacking in intensity, and that turned into that huge comeback.
You know, he doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but Isaac is a willing passer, and I think he's going to continue to grow in that area.
Simmons passes to Finney-Smith. And Simmons kicks to Thomas. From outside, off the mark. And it's Fultz with the ball for Orlando. Here's Suggs. Misses the 3. Brooklyn with the ball. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago.
Yeah, and for them, that was a bit embarrassing. So expect them to come back with a point to prove tonight.
Now, here's Thomas. Jalen Suggs unable to get his last shot to go. Thomas kicks to Simmons. Back to Thomas. Simmons against Banchero. Simmons can't get it to go.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first pick.
Team foul.
Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
As far as first overall picks go, Paolo Banchero definitely arrived with a bang in 2022.
He sure did, Greg. I mean, he's the first rookie since LeBron James to record at least 25 points, 5 boards, and 5 assists in his debut game. And he continues to build on that en route to Rookie of the Year.
A shot's good from Claxton.
Really rare to see a guy that's 6'11" have the kind of elite passing skills that Ben Simmons has. Really, really impressive.
Banchero outside. And he makes that one. Banchero's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Isaac misses. That's trailed by 4. Claxton finds Simmons. Thomas outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Some people see the Orlando Magic as a team, Clark, with a very high ceiling. How about you?
Lots of potential there. No question about it, Kevin. And plenty of room for growth. The challenge is going to be corralling that and moving it in the right direction. You know, it could take longer than people expect or want it to, so you got to be patient in this situation.
So both teams making some changes here.
And let's take a look at Joe Ingles. Here are his numbers. Some last season stats for him. He was around 7 points a game last year, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And playing with the reserves, he might not get the minutes he'd like, but you sense that hunger to improve.
Well, you know, he stated that he wants to improve, but until that actually happens, he'll continue to come off the bench.
For the finish. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Franz Wagner. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Magic.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
And Clark, much like his pops, Cole Anthony has proven to be a skilled ball handler.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Perhaps it runs in the DNA, huh? He definitely has some strong instincts out there, and I know he got a little bit of that from you, Greg. And he does his part to help others find shots when he's not scoring himself.
Now, here's Banchero. 17 points in his last outing.
Solid move by Banchero, working through the contact.
And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. 7-point differential. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of this one. And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Thomas.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Ingles passes to Wagner. Wagner outside. Good on the three-point shot.
The coaching staff encouraging Wagner to take these quick-hitting shots. They think it helps his confidence moving forward.
And stolen by Wagner. A finish. A second chance effort. And it's Banchero missing.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Thomas passes to Shamet. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Magic leading by 8. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Ingles. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
A year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season. And rightfully so.
And Ingles drops them both.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Down low, Clowney. It's not going to go for him. Great defense that time from Banchero. Knocked loose. Got it off in time. The shot, no good. The first quarter concludes at a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Magic lead by 10. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Outside the wings are Suggs and Wagner. A post pairing, Isaac and Carter Jr. And it's Fultz in at the 1 spot. And it's Carter missing. Nets trail by 10. Here's Simmons. It's rebounded by Fultz. Well, Orlando shooting 43% from the field. Well, how long does all of your off-season rest usually last you at the start of the regular season? Like when do you start to really feel the games again?
You know, the fatigue comes at you fast, Kevin. So that rested feeling only lasts about a couple weeks. Nothing wears you out like playing NBA ball.
And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Dinwiddie is checked in for the Nets.
For your Nets, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Carter down low. Claxton covering.
With obvious length and jumping ability, Carter Jr. can get it going above the rim and make it look easy.
Dinwiddie outside. And here's Johnson outside. Rebound by the Magic. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control, and in that one, they crossed the line.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, they seem to be forcing things out there, trying too hard, pressing. When you do that, the turnovers pile up quickly.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Wendell Carter Jr. didn't break through in his first stop with the Bulls, but he's become a cornerstone player with the Magic. What he says is, I've definitely tapped into a different side of myself. Defensively, being able to guard 1 through 5. Just continuing to go up from there and helping my team. Kevin?
Good stuff, D.A. Thank you. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Ben Simmons in for Dinwiddie. Thomas gets the bucket.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And checking out the numbers for Fultz. A very nice season for him last year. Averaged about 14 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. And always nice to have a guy like him who can really defend at a high level coming off the bench.
You know, when you can sub in a lockdown defender, that's a major plus.
Now, here's Suggs. He has yet to score, and the basket is good.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies. Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And here's the fast break. Suggs leading the way. It's sent back down by Simmons.
An elite defensive threat and presence. Simmons understands exactly how to use his body to position himself for excellent defense.
Now Suggs pushing it up. No one to stop him. That one drops for him. Suggs has got 4 points this quarter.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Offensive rebound. Isaac misses.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Back to Claxton. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists tonight.
Simmons, one of the smoothest passers we've seen in a long time. He whips it around like a point guard because he actually has the skills of one.
Driving to the basket. And the shot goes in from Fultz.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Timeout called the Nets.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Mo Wagner's checked in for Carter. Banchero comes in for Isaac. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Franz Wagner. And Anthony subbed in for Fultz. Shamet, and the 3-ball is good.
So hard to challenge these shots. I mean, especially against the better shooters.
Now, here's Suggs. Guarded closer. They get it back. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. 44 seconds left to play here in the half. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Orlando leading by 13. Now Suggs coming in off a 12-point game his last outing.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
Lets it go with the 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Yeah, they've got a lot of terrain to make up, and shooting the 3-ball more consistently like they are now should help them do just that.
Now here's Anthony. He's provided them with some scoring punch and is averaging 13 points a game. 1 second left. And so it's Orlando with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your next
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Out in front of the half is Orlando. They lead by 10. And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
Their efforts in the paint have really paid dividends. It's been a focal point for them, not so much for the other team. It's been the difference in the game.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Brooklyn?
Well, the effort hasn't been there in terms of rebounding the ball. They're getting outworked in that part of the game. But you've got to be more physical to turn this thing around. I don't know if they have the personnel to do that.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And so it's Fultz who brings up the ball for the Magic. At one point, they led by 16. Landry Shamet is out there with Simmons. Then it's Sharp, and it's Whitehead. In at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Jacques Vaughn getting going here in the second half.
And, you know, after a difficult start to his career, Wendell Carter Jr. has come into his own.
You know, some of that, I think, was due to health, Greg, but fit is so important. Fit and alignment. I think he got an increased role after leaving Chicago and proved to be an impactful player on both ends with that additional playing time. Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Now here's Simmons. He's a player that you can only hope to slow down as he averages nearly 28 points a game. Shamet, the basket good off the assist from Simmons. Shamet's got 9.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here's Fultz. That one doesn't go. Simmons with the defensive effort. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Simmons on the wing. Tries it from 9. Here's Sharp. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Sharp's got his first basket of the night. Magic leading by 8. Here's Fultz. Changes up. Tries again. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call. Brooklyn the foul.
And, you know, Fultz plays bigger than his size down low, guys. Outstanding at using his body to draw contact.
And we've heard defensive-minded players, Greg, say, man, everything is a foul nowadays. You can't even touch the guy. You can't defend. Do they have a point?
It's getting tough, isn't it? I mean, you can't use your hands. You have to be set. It's almost like they want defenders to be traffic cones.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Hasn't made one yet. It's stolen. Claxton the pass to Finney-Smith. Sinks the three-pointer.
I think that's one of his specialties, really. Finney-Smith is out there to defend at a high level and knock down threes.
Dinwiddie against Fultz. Carter left side. Over Claxton. Another miss by Orlando.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
And it's sent back by Isaac.
And the suffocating reach of Isaac is tough to overcome and outshoot. Excels at getting up and denying shots.
Mo Wagner's checked in for the Magic. Anthony comes in for Isaac.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Wagner. Dinwiddie dishes to Johnson. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
And the shot goes in from Fultz. Fultz has got 6 points in the quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Fultz looking around. Pass to Banchero. Unloads from 13. It's deflected, and he recovers it. 5 to shoot. Here's Wagner. Thomas against Anthony. Thomas passes to Dinwiddie. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. Number 1, the Nets.
And that defensive reputation has value in and of itself. I mean, by the end of the season, teams were afraid to take the ball inside.
Joe Ingles is checked in for Orlando. 1:14 left in the third quarter. Orlando leading. And here's Fultz. 10 points for him. And there's the pass to Ingles. Banchero with the ball. Working on Finney-Smith. That one a little long.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one. Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Here's Anthony. Got a hand on it. They retain possession. Fultz, no good. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 17-6 run. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Banchero. Johnson with the rebound. Nets have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. For the lead, drills it from outside. Johnson's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nets.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them. And we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nets out in front, ending the third quarter on a 20-6 run. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Magic, outside the wings are Suggs and Wagner. A post pairing Isaac and Carter Jr. And it's Anthony in at the point. Thomas finds Johnson. Off target from three-point range.
You know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
It's tipped. Passes it to Simmons. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Second personal foul.
It's on Cole Anthony.
When he gets aggressive shooting, and I think Simmons is at his best when he's attacking and being aggressive, earns a trip to the line there as a result.
The Magic trail by 3. Here's Wagner. Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup.
Really good work by Wagner there, turning that miss into a make. Those are the type of baskets that can swing games sometimes.
Simmons. Isaac with some nice D.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Landry Shamet checked in for Thomas. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, guys, during the last break, listened in on Jacque Vaughn talking to his team. Now, with the game in the balance, he had some encouraging words for his team. He said, this is what we wanted. We thought if we kept it close, we could pull it out. Now, let's go out there and do just that. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Wagner kicks to Suggs. To the middle, here's Isaac. And Isaac throws it down.
Boy, good vision that time from Suggs on this play, finding the most ready shooter and fed him nicely.
Simmons against Anthony. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
First personal
And
foul.
guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Nets?
At the line.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
They've been the disruptors defensively, coming up with a lot of steals that have had an impact on the flow of the game.
A floater, it'll go, and the Nets lead is cut to just one on the basket from Anthony.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And that one's good, Shamet.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Suggs kicks to Isaac. Takes it from 10, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting two. And there's the call, Brooklyn the foul. That's good from Isaac.
Boy, you look at Isaac, and all you think he needs to do is add some weight. He's got terrific skills and a promising future.
Paolo Banchero's checked in for Wagner. He's off on the second. Nets leading by 3. And they double up Simmons. Johnson in the corner for 3. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists now in the game. Anthony taking his time here. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Anthony's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth action we're witnessing here right now. I mean, the crowd's going crazy. One moment for one three-pointer, then they come right back and boom, another. Boy, this is starting to get real.
Guys, intensity turned up at its highest level. A perimeter bomb fest going on right now.
Fultz, he's checked in for Cole Anthony. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Simmons. Sinks that one from the post. And the Nets lead by 5.
Cool as they come, Ben Simmons loves taking these big shots.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's sent back down by Simmons. And Thomas has it in the corner. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Nets leading by 8. Simmons passes to Johnson. And the Nets, another 3.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Banchero. It's good.
The offensive talent, the ingenuity, size, strength. Banchero has a full book bag, folks.
Here's Simmons. Here's Claxton. Goes back up. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 9 points here in the second half.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Brooklyn.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early. You're going to be seeing them that often.
Jr. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that brings them to within 10.
Wendell Carter Jr. really epitomizes the modern big man. He can stretch the floor and do work on the glass, giving you high utility on both ends.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Fultz the pass to Banchero. The Magic again can't hit.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Fultz against Simmons. To the paint. Out to Carter. 3-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper.
Carter Jr. moves well without the ball and positions himself nicely for catch-and-shoot chances.
Isaac with the steal. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.